Hi, I'm Melissa, and today I'm going to share with you how you can avoid getting caught in a negative spiral of emotions. Have you ever experienced anxiety, depression, anger, etc.? We all have to varying degrees, but if you really get caught in that cycle, it can be really hard to shake. So I'm going to share with you today an understanding that's really key to breaking that cycle. Hi, I'm Melissa of CommunicateWithAngels.com, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every Wednesday I publish a new video on such topics as connecting with your angels, developing your intuition, and finding your unique life purpose. So hope you subscribe to be part of this community, and hop on over as well to the Life Purpose Revolution Facebook group, where you can gather with like-minded people across the globe. You need to be supported on this journey. Okay, so as I said in the introduction, today I want to share with you something really important. This is coming from a place of no judgment. I think we've all been there to certain degrees, but it's really interesting just how much of an epidemic, I would say, things like depression and anxiety, etc., are in our society. And a lot of people are taking medication for that, etc. And, that's great if it helps you. But I wanted today share a spiritual perspective that could help you break that cycle and heal yourself from the inside out. So the first thing that's really important to understand is, what is the difference between emotions and true feelings? So first of all, what do I even mean by emotions and true feelings? So first of all, let's define true feelings. So your true feelings are the real you. You are energy, and so you are spirit. You are a soul with a body, not a body with a soul. And as I say that, you can probably feel the truth, yet you might not know how to apply this into your own life. So your true feelings is the part of you that is one with spirit. We're all kind of temporarily playing this game on planet Earth in order to learn and grow. There's a purpose for you being here. But that soul part, some people call it your higher self, right? Your intuition. That is the good, kind, loving, sharing, understanding part of you. The part of you that knows why you're here, that knows your life purpose. Now that part of you has these inner desires and an inner knowing that gives you your direction. Okay, so what is your emotions? Okay, now this is not the dictionary definition. This is a more spiritual definition, okay? So try it on for size and see if it works for you. Your emotions are the ways that you've been taught to feel. Okay, so your true feelings just are. They're innate. You don't have to create them or force them. They are already there. They are you. All right? So your emotions are the ways that you've been taught to feel. We come into planet Earth as a ball of true feelings, and we start to learn from the environment and the people around us. And part of that process is learning rules, habits, beliefs, learning how to operate here on planet Earth. Now, much of that is good. Okay, you need to learn the rules and guidelines of society in order to function well here. Okay, you need to learn those basic things of not running across the road without looking both ways, etc., etc. But there are some of these emotions and the ways that we've been taught to do things that actually limit us, that don't serve us, and actually cause a disconnect between your true feelings, which is the real you. Now, emotions are not bad, they're not good, they just are. And like I said, many of them serve a purpose. However, the difficulty comes in when you have an emotion, which you could call a reaction to something, that actually is in conflict and holds you back and limits you from expressing your true feelings and doing what you really came to do. So have you ever had the experience where part of you wants to do one thing and part of you wants to do something else? and you're feeling really indecisive. You're going back and forth. Will I, won't I? What's right? What's wrong? What feels good to me? What doesn't feel good to me? And you start asking advice from a lot of other people, etc. So you're in that moment, you're experiencing indecision. And that's what happens when we have these emotions that conflict with our true feelings. We just get stuck. We get in indecision. And if that gets into too severe of a cycle, that's when you're starting to have those symptoms: depression, anxiety, sadness, etc. Okay? So now that you recognize the difference, how can you heal yourself from this? Okay? So it starts with you've heard that analogy of peeling away the layers of the onion. Don't try to do it all at once. Start with one area where you recognize that there's a limit or a block. So I'll give you an example from my life. I was raised by very lovely parents, but they were in a certain belief about how life should be. And maybe you relate to this. It was a very middle class upbringing. I was not raised in poverty or anything like that. It was just kind of a very normal middle class upbringing. And one of the beliefs that went along with that is an expectation of how I would live my life. More specifically is go get a 9-to-5 job. Okay, so that was considered by both of my parents to be the safe, secure option. And anything outside of that realm was considered to be very risky and unsafe. So when I started to have this inclination, this desire that came from my true feelings and my unique life purpose to be self-employed and to travel and to do lots of different things, offer workshops, etc., there was that part of my upbringing and my programming that told me that that was wrong, that was unsafe, that was scary, and I might not survive. Okay, because our financial life can trigger that feeling of survival. And in previous years, I would go through bouts of depression, and it would kind of be based on my results. If business wasn't showing up as quickly as I would like, that would trigger that old emotion and old belief that this was unsafe, and I shouldn't be doing it. Okay, and a lot of self-judgment as well. Okay, so the way that I was able to heal that was to recognize that it's just a belief. It was just the way that I was raised by people who were doing the best they knew how. And to expand more trust in my true feelings. Okay, the way you can distinguish this is really get honest with yourself and say, what is my true heart's desire? If I had no limitations, what would I be doing? And for me, there was no question that I would be doing a business rather than a regular 9-to-5 job. Okay, so that's just one very concrete example that you can probably relate to in some way, but there's many other ways that this can show up. The solution is to retrain yourself. Your emotions will have reactions to things, right? Out of nowhere, you're reacting emotionally. But when you're in your true feelings, it's more of a constant belief and faith in yourself. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Let me know in the comments below, what is it that you're feeling a conflict about right now? And what is your true feelings really telling you? I'd love to hear. So the next step I recommend for you is to take a look at this video that I've linked right beside me here. It's all about the 7-year cycles of life. So when you watch that video, you'll learn that your life evolves in 7-year cycles, and you can start to see what is your current life cycle about, so you can put the information you learned about your true feelings here to use in a really practical way. Plus, it's just really fascinating to learn about these life cycles. So go ahead and click that link beside me here and enjoy that video on your 7-year cycles.